Welcome to People with Purpose. I am your host, Sylvain Rochon. I'm a speaker, an author, a serial entrepreneur, and a business strategist. My purpose is to engineer a paradise on Earth using cutting-edge technology. I hope this show will give you excellent examples of individuals that chose to do great things in their personal and professional lives. Perhaps they will inspire you to follow in their footsteps. The show's format is very simple. I ask my guests 3 simple questions. What is your personal purpose? Why is it important to you? And how did you get started? Now let's hear from our guest. Hello everybody, we are here at Collab Space. It's a collaborative space, it's great. It's got a lot of people coming here just to start their business and collaboratively working together and exchanging. And there's also great mentors, resources, food, all sorts of cool things. And I am here with the founder of Collab Space, Emile Salem. He's a self-proclaimed grand poobah of Collab Space. I love that title. Here's Emile right here. Hi Emile.
How you doing, Sylvain? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm really happy to see you. I mean, we've known each other for a number of years. We are always having fun whenever we meet and have a beer and have a chat, talking about just stuff and business opportunities. But now today is not about that.
No? What's it about?
This is about people with purpose, so we're, it's about purpose, right?
Right.
So the question we always ask on the show is, what is your life purpose?
Right.
And you got to take me somewhere with that.
Well, I think the best way to answer that question is to tell you about how I got here, and it kind of explains my why, if you would. So I always tell people this is my introduction to when I'm networking or introducing myself to people is I've been self-employed since I was 4 years old. Mm-hmm. And this is a true story. This is back when child labor was not only welcome, but also encouraged. You know? So I started off my journey as a subcontractor to my brother's paper route. Mm-hmm. I got paid 10 cents and a bag of chips every Friday, and I felt like a big shot, at 4 years old. But at age 7, I found out how much money my brother was making for the paper route. So I staged a coup and took over the paper route. And ever since then, I had this entrepreneurial spirit. And I don't know if you remember, but back then, the paper boy was the first person that the homeowners would go to and say, hey, I need my lawn cut, I need my snow shovel, I need my eaves trough cleaned out. It was just, that was the kid that was on there.
The go-to kid.
Day, right? So as a young child, 10, 11 years old, I kind of started my own little landscaping, snow plowing, yard maintenance business. And I had a lot of fun. And then I got to high school. One of my best friends who also grew up as a paper boy and had his own little route of snow shoveling and lawn cutting, we decided, let's join forces and create a company. Oh. And so as an early teenager, I had a company and a business partner, and I just had a lot of fun. My dad thought it was crazy, but when I was making more money than my brothers and sisters who worked for the government and I was in high school, I couldn't say much about that. Yeah. I just had this knack for the art of business, and I was really good at taking a concept and turning it into a revenue generating business. So even in high school, I started small little ventures, and then as I left high school and I still owning different companies, a lot of people would come to me and say, Emile, you're really good at business. Can you help me with this idea? Or I don't have any money, but I have this idea, what do you think? And if I thought it was fun, I would join up and help them out. Mm-hmm. So, I kind of became a mentor and trainer just through experience. And but once, everyone's dream is to make money in their sleep. Once we got the business to the stage where it was self-running and making money, well, I was bored and had to move on. Mm-hmm. I thought I was crazy. You're making money. Why are you stopping? Or why are you selling the business? Or why are you just quitting? I just, it wasn't the money that motivated me, but the art of business and meeting challenges and overcoming them, and sometimes even out of spite. Someone says, well, you can't do that. I'm like, oh yeah, let me show you. So I do that as well. But over the years, I kind of got really good at it, did a lot of things, experimenting, with different widgets, and I realized it was never the widget, but the actual art of business. And then, I got older and I kind of burnt out and realized running multiple companies was a lot of work, and you don't have time for family and friends, and so I decided I didn't want to do that anymore. I got rid of a few businesses and decided I was just going to work on my mentoring coaching business. I spent a year going to networking events, meeting a lot of different people, got a few clients, but I found that the people I really wanted to help, the small business owner or the new startup, couldn't afford $200 to $300 an hour for their own personal mentor or coach. And so I wasn't getting the same, feeling of I'm doing something I really enjoy. So I wanted to come up with an idea where I can get that knowledge only executives could afford to the small business owner. And so I started Collab Space, and at first it was supposed to be something really small, 10 to 12 clients, have a space where they can come, have a corporate ID and all that business centery stuff you kind of need. But then as a paying member, I would offer my services as a coach and mentor and training for free to my members. And that was the idea. And then it blew up. It took 30 days before I was way past my quota and wasn't sure what I was going to do. So I took a year just looking to help small businesses, new startups, be successful in business and provide that knowledge and experience I've developed over 25 years and give back. That's what I really wanted to do. That's where I got my most satisfaction from. But I quickly realized that, small business owners, new startups, they can't afford $200 to $300 an hour for a coach or a mentor. So what could I do to get that knowledge only executives could afford to the small business owner? So I came up with this idea of a collaborative space, rent out a few offices, cover the overhead, but create a collaborative space where members could pay, have that corporate ID and all the business centery stuff they need, but in turn I would put on a few workshops a week and be that mentor or that coach for my members.
So is your passion, is it strictly in helping the individual, like the startups, with their idea? Or is it beyond that? Is it more than that?
No, it's beyond that. I mean, I believe the only way to really achieve your personal dreams is through entrepreneurship. You can have a great job, you can be paid a lot, but the freedom to fulfill all your dreams in life comes from entrepreneurship. And so I want to encourage people to be entrepreneurs. And the story kind of all comes down to this. I didn't have anyone to help me. There weren't really any services or organizations, or you had to pay a lot of money to go to school. You had to hire a professional coach or trainer, which was very expensive. The barriers to getting that support isn't there. So I wanted to give back because I want to help people fulfill their dreams of being successful, whatever it is to each person, and do that through teaching them and supporting their entrepreneurial goals to build their own business, their own success. And that's what Collab Space is about. It's not about renting offices or renting desks. It's about creating a collaborative community where we can be a support for individual successes. And so we built this amazing space with businesses from all genres, and we all kind of work together, a great community where where business happens, but it's that support that makes it special and it makes it unique.
Right.
And that's my passion, or that's my why, that's my purpose. I get to go to bed at night happy, wake up happy, knowing that I've made a difference in someone else's life, and that's what I'm doing.
Why do you think this is where you're getting your jollies? That feeling of like I did good, by helping somebody achieving their dreams, for example, which is what you described. Like, why do you think that is?
I joke and tell people I'm really, really selfish and I want to feel good all the time. And that's what makes me feel good, knowing that I've made a difference in someone else's life. I believe to be truly happy, you have to be helping other people. And a lot of people say, my business is going to help people, or I want to help people. But what does that mean, and how are you really helping people? And I know from my history and my success and my many failures was that to get what you want out of life, you need to have the open opportunity that entrepreneurship gives. I know guys that have salaries of $400,000, $500,000 a year, but it's not the same, and it's still a cap. right?
Sure.
As an entrepreneur, you can do whatever you want. You can grow it to be as big as you want, you know? But being an entrepreneur isn't easy. And that requires support. You've heard the phrase, it takes a village to raise a child.
Sure.
Well, it takes a community to raise a successful business. There hasn't been one successful business person in the world who's done anything by themselves. So where are you going to go and get that support? I have a lot of experience that I just want to give back and share, and that's what my purpose is and what makes me happy.
Well, you know, I've told you this before. I've been encouraging people to come here, to come to see you, because there's this, I mean, sure, it's a space, but there's a spirit to the space that is embodied by your purpose, so why you're doing this. And it's, you're giving a lot of yourself. You're not charging like dollars for your own time, right? You're giving yourself this business, and it's obvious to people that come here that this is the case.
Thank you.
And today, well, you were able to tell me a little bit more about why, right? Why is this important? And, you know, being selfish in giving others to others, I think that's a pretty good selfishness.
Right.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
Thanks, Emile, for your time.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed the interview. If you did, please subscribe to the channel, comment, like, and share. Please join me also on Clubify, a social app allowing us to share ideas and where you can participate in some of my projects. The link is in the section below. Also, if you wish to recommend someone great I should interview, please let me know. And as always, follow your passion. See you next week.